Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Corey here, or Cole Ace, back again with another commentary for you guys today. And today we're going to be starting a new series, actually, where I'm going to be telling stories that I find off of Reddit, some creepy, scary type stories, and basically reading them to you guys. I think these are really entertaining, so I thought I'd share it with you guys, along with, I'm going to start doing a bunch of life stories now, as well as the Call of Duty World War II information videos. If I do have a World War II information video up, most likely later on in the day, I will have a life story video up, or something like that, a story type video. So anyways, let's get right down into the story. My best friend Lily invited me to her 14th birthday party, which was to be at her house. Along with a few others from our school, I set off, determined to have a fantastic time. We arrived at Lily's no later than noon, and her mother Karen welcomed us in. I brought my sleeping gear because me and two other girls were staying the night. All in all, there were 8 guests, 3 boys and 5 girls. The guys she invited were our age and very friendly. Gavin, the playboy, was an extremely likable person. His pals, Tyler and Callum, were typically dark and brooding, but otherwise had mature and mysterious natures. The girls, on the other hand, were another story completely. Lily was a reckless teenager with flowing brown hair, and she was kind, bold, and always held a high ego. One girl was named Abigail, and she was rather shy but nice enough in her own way. Ronnie was a classical tomboy. Me, though, I was different. My main joys in life were reading, drawing, and indulging in anything creepy and blood-churning. You'd always find me running off to watch horrors instead of fluffy children's movies. We all had a good evening, watching films, eating junk food, generally mucking about. The party was held in Lily's living room, which was posted at the front of her house. Next to the room was a long corridor leading to the stairwell and kitchen, which were near the rear end of her home. Now, Lily lived in a relatively cool neighborhood. She claimed the neighbors were rude but bearable, and hardly anyone left, so it would be quiet for us to raise hell. It was around 10:30 when it grew dark and many of the guests left. Soon it was only me, Lily, Gavin, Jesse, and Abigail. Gavin's mother was Karen's close friend, so we stayed later as his mom worked until 1. We decided to just kick back and watch something until we grew tired. At 11:45, Karen knocked on the living room door and peeped in. She said that she had to run to the local shop, which was outside of the street at the end of a straight public road, to buy essentials for the morning. Knowing she wouldn't be able to get these items later, Lily shrugged and muttered something along the lines of, "Whatever." With this, Karen stated that she would not be long and not to answer the phone or the door. She left moments after, locking the front door and climbing into her car. She slunk off into the pitch black night, then all was silent. After about 2 minutes, the street lit up with a soft scrape of a car's tires. It came from directly outside, but Lily told us to ignore it, for it was probably a neighbor returning from work. But she was wrong. In a sudden movement, a thunderous rain of banging crashed against the front windows. 4 loud bangs. We all jumped, startled as the drumming continued. The curtains were drawn tight so we couldn't see anything. It was an utterly horrifying sound, like several hands slamming against the glass in an uneven rhythm. Just as we were processing this, the front door's handle began to rattle, jerking up and down ferociously. Something wanted to get in. Abigail was literally on her knees, silently sobbing. Jesse comforted her, eyes darting to the windows and the door. Gavin pulled me back towards the patio doors and told me to help him find the house phone. "There isn't one in here," hissed Lily hastily, coming to join us. "It's in the other room." Suddenly, Lily's 2 dogs came trudging into the hallway, snarling. They barked at the front of the door, much to Lily's distress. It was minutes that seemed like hours before the banging stopped. When it did, we were thoroughly shaken. Everyone hid in the back corner of the room, anticipating. Jessie tried for a connection, but she found that her phone had suddenly stopped working. This was extremely weird and unnerving. Then, as if to contradict our false security, a loud thud came from the gate in the back garden. Me and Gavin froze, both hearing wood against brick. We couldn't be dreaming as we both heard this. Quickly, we yanked the patio curtain shut and made sure the doors were locked. Abby squeaked and we knew we had to do something. Lily grabbed the shivering girl and pushed her towards the hallway. We followed her up to her bedroom and locked the door behind us. Downstairs, the dogs picked up their growls and the pair separated and barking on 2 sides of the house. It was like we knew we were surrounded by something we knew was there but could not see. "I can't take this," Abigail cried, slumping down next to the door, cradling herself. "I want to go home." "Hey, it'll be okay," I assured her from the opposite side of the dimly lit room. "Whoever it is, they won't get in, and when Karen gets back, we can tell her." That seemed to ignite a little hope in her heart, until a strangled yelp left one of the dogs' throats. Jesse had to hold Lily back from running out foolishly. We didn't know what was going on. Gavin pushed the curtain open a little and looked out into the night. Lily's garden was massive and smothered in darkness. Only the moon's glow could show him small patches here and there. He was about to give up when a figure shot across the pond edge. He squinted harder and saw a hunched body draped in layers of torn, matted rugs. Whatever it was bald and had skin whiter than bone. Maybe they were masked. Who knows? What Gavin did know, however, was that this person had giant branches sticking out from its back and ribs, jutted like thorns. It was a sight so surreal that he thought he must have been in a dream. "We have to get out of here," he trailed off when the figure disappeared. How? Lily snapped, still worried for her dog. Walk out the front door? Clever idea, And then 2 knocks came. Everyone turned towards the bedroom just in time to see Abby shift backwards and a pair of shadowed feet loomed just outside. They didn't move, and neither did we. What was going on? In a flash, several feet came sprinting up the stairwell, not running, sprinting. Jess yelped and we all paled dramatically. More feet joined the original pair and soon the light from outside seeping through the crack had vanished. Something fluttered within Gavin's stomach and he rushed back to the window, slipping the curtain open and looking outside to see 3 figures exactly like the one before, standing there ominously and staring straight at him. Go away, Abby pleaded in a whisper. Tears streamed down her cheeks. God, help us. Abruptly, as if answering her prayer, the shadows vanished. A light shuffling was heard before something shot beneath the door. Lily ran and picked the item up. It was a note. When she read it, her eyes bulged open. She turned to Gavin and he said that they were gone, vanished without a trace. When Karen came home, she found that the front door unlocked and scolded Lily for such foolishness. Lily screamed that her mom was the foolish one for leaving them for hours alone. Her mother seemed confused, stating that she had been gone for 5 minutes. Lily begged to differ until she read the clock. It was precisely 23:50. What was hours for us was minutes for Karen. Lily was speechless and left it at that. We told her of the intrusion, but she neglected to believe us. The dogs were happily yapping away and there was nothing to suggest a break-in. Abby was petrified, but decided to stay, seeing as it would be better with others rather than herself. We walked to the stairwell, wanting to stay in Lily's room, when we found bare, muddy footprints on each step. My enraged best friend rushed up the stairs, us following, and burst into her room. Nobody was in there, and we were thankful. From this day forth, nothing else like this ever occurred again. Although everywhere I go, it feels like there are eyes on me. I'm even scared of my own house. I feel as if people are in the attic listening to me, watching, waiting. No one slept that night at Lily's, for the tainted moonlight kept flickering upon the note that was propped up against her mirror, revealing the scruffy childlike text, "We know you're watching, and so are we." So I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure to leave a like. Comment down below if you guys want to continue seeing me do these stories. If you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.